Ecclesiastes 3, and I'll be reading from verse 1 through to verse 8. And it reads thus: To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend or to tear something and a time to sow, which is to plant, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Now the psalmist in Psalm 31 verse 15 says, My times are in thy hand. And of course, thy hand is here making reference to God's unchanging hand. You know, life happens, and life, we know, it happens to all of us. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, whether you live uptown or downtown, whether you're a king or a pauper. Life happens. And life is complex. Life is uncertain. And because life is such, the recommendation is to place all our times in God's capable hand. You know, He can handle it. The scripture, when we look at the scripture in Ecclesiastes 3, we see where it brings out, you know, the positive, you see the opposites, positives and negatives. And that is what life is made up of, positives and negatives. And I know as humans, we want all the positives. You know, we embrace that. And as soon as the negative happens, you know, we become flustered. But when you think about how complex life is, we have to take it both with the negatives as well as the positives. But you might ask yourself, how do I prepare to face these positives and negatives and all? And my recommendation, we have to place our times in God's hand. You know, His hand will fashion and mold. His hand is a place of comfort and assurance, and His hand is large enough to carry us. And the beauty about God, we can't stress Him out. You know, He can handle it. And this today, I just want to encourage us. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. Maybe you're handling both the positives with the negative. Just know that God is able to go before us and to take us through safely. We don't have to stress. We don't have to worry. We serve an all-powerful, almighty, a wonderful and loving Father who is full of tender mercies and loving kindness to each of His children. Be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day.